Why do 90% of horror fans shudder when they hear the name Elizabeth Bathory? The terrifying truth behind this name has been scaring people for centuries. Let's dive into the chilling story of the Blood Countess. This story is not just a legend, but a reality etched into the dark pages of history. Countess Elizabeth Bathory is one of the most terrifying figures in history. Her story reveals the dark side not only of a woman but also of an era and a society. Born into a noble family in Hungary in the late 16th century, Bathory had power, wealth and status from a young age. But what about her bad reputation? This reputation led her to be remembered not just as a noble woman, but as a monster. Legend has it that Bathory believed that bathing in the blood of virgins was the key to staying young and beautiful. And the number of her victims, this number is high enough to blow your mind. It is said to be over 650 young girls. This number shows how cruel and merciless she was. Each victim was a part of her quest for youth and beauty. These horrific rituals earned her the title of the Blood Countess. Her name began to be remembered with fear and horror, not only in Hungary, but throughout Europe. In 1609, her horrific acts caught up with her. What she had done could no longer be hidden. The public could no longer turn a blind eye to her horrific acts. Arrested and accused of unspeakable crimes, Bathory's actions were so horrific that she was never even brought to trial. Her crimes were too great for even justice to overcome. Instead, she was imprisoned in a bricked-up room in her own castle to make sure she could never escape. This room became a tomb for her. There, she spent her years in solitude and regret. She remained there until her death in 1614. Her death marked the end of an era. However, her name and her deeds were never forgotten. Elizabeth Bathory's story is a haunting reminder of how absolute power can completely corrupt. Her name will forever be etched in history as a symbol of cruelty and horror.